You replay conversations in your head, hours after they're over, and the loop doesn't stop. You analyze a text message like it's a hidden code, searching for meaning that might not exist. You imagine 10 possible futures before making one small decision, trying to predict everything. And no matter how much you think, it never feels finished. Why does your mind refuse to rest, even when nothing is happening? Overthinking doesn't feel dramatic. It feels quiet. It looks like lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, while thoughts replay like broken scenes. It looks like rewriting the same message 4 times, because maybe the tone is wrong. It looks like saying, "I'm fine," while inside you are analyzing everything. This changes how you see yourself. You start believing you are indecisive, too sensitive, too complicated. You hesitate to speak. You delay decisions, because certainty never arrives. So you keep thinking. But thinking is not the same as solving. Sometimes it becomes the problem. Your brain is trying to protect you. It learned that preparation equals safety. If you predict every risk, you might avoid pain. This is an adaptation, not a flaw. Psychology calls it rumination, the looping of thoughts in search of resolution. Another mechanism is intolerance of uncertainty. The brain dislikes not knowing, so it generates scenarios. What if this happens? What if I fail? What if I regret it? These questions feel productive, but they rarely produce answers. They produce more questions. The cycle continues. Imagine your mind like a security guard. It watches 20 screens at once. Every screen is a possibility. Every possibility is a warning. If something looks suspicious, the guard investigates. But if everything looks suspicious, the guard never rests. Your mind becomes the guard, always scanning, always analyzing, always tired. This is why overthinking feels heavy. Not because you're broken, but because the system is overactive. So what can change? Not perfection, not instant peace. Small psychological shifts. First, action before certainty. Make tiny decisions faster. Send the message. Choose the option. Move forward. When you act despite uncertainty, your nervous system learns something. Survival is possible. Mistakes are survivable. This is exposure therapy in simple form. The brain updates its predictions. Nothing catastrophic happened, so it loosens its grip. Second, create boundaries for thinking. Schedule worry time, 15 minutes. Write everything. After that, stop. You are teaching your brain that thinking has limits. Not every moment requires analysis. Boundaries reduce rumination. They do not silence thoughts. They organize them. Third, replace what if with even if. What if I fail? Even if I fail, I can learn. What if I embarrass myself? Even if I do, I can recover. This shift matters. Overthinking searches for certainty, even if embraces uncertainty. It focuses on response, not prediction. Psychology calls this cognitive flexibility, the ability to adapt thinking, not rigidly control it. Fourth, regulate the body. Slow breathing, cold water, gentle movement. Why? Because anxiety lives in the nervous system. Thoughts are connected to physiology. When the body calms, the mind follows. This is not magical advice. It is neuroscience. Breathing influences the vagus nerve. The nervous system signals safety. The cycle slows. Fifth, change identity language. Stop saying, "I am an overthinker." Say, "My mind is overactive right now." This creates psychological distance. You are not the problem. The pattern is the problem. Patterns can change. Identity is not fixed. You overthink because your brain learned to protect you. That does not make you weak. It makes you human. but protection strategies can become outdated. What once helped may now hinder. This is growth, not failure. You are searching. That search matters. Understanding matters. Peace does not require empty thoughts. It requires relationship with thoughts. You observe them. You do not obey them. You acknowledge them. You do not become them. So ask a different question. Not how do I stop thinking, but how do I live even when I think? How do I act with uncertainty? How do I move forward? These questions open possibility. They shift focus from control to adaptation. Psychology teaches this. Humans grow through discomfort, not avoidance, not perfection, through learning. You are not broken. Your mind is learning, and learning takes time. Small steps, consistent action, understanding. That is enough. This is The Stuck Fix. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.